So yeah, we're a year after the wedding. Now the conversation has completely 180'd from his side. We don't make enough money. We don't have a place big enough. Like, doesn't want kids. Let's put that on hold. Meanwhile, our pup keeps having like stomach issues, and so we take her in and come to find out that she has a very serious illness that without treatment she's not going to make it. And the treatment in itself was incredibly expensive, and they told us very clearly that even with treatment it was not going to be 100% that she would improve and that it would, essentially, resolve the issue. But it was kind of more like a 50 chance at that point. And they were very much recommending the surgery, and that we kind of look into like credit options to do that. The surgery was, I think, like $25,000 or something. It was incredibly expensive. And so, we had some funds aside, but not a lot. And so I asked my ex, like, can we both go in and pay for this and, split it? And he was very much like, no, absolutely not. That's way too much money to spend on a dog for a maybe. Like, no, like, absolutely not. We'll just do kind of like the, immediate remediation of like her symptoms until, kind of however long as she lives, basically. And this is one point that like I regret the most, because I had the money to pay for it on my own, but as a partner in a relationship, I didn't feel comfortable like just spending the money myself, right? We're married at this point. And so, I was kind of like, we're in this together. I don't 100% agree with this decision, but I understand, right? Like, it is a lot of money to spend on a dog for a maybe. Totally can get that. But this is my dog, right? I mentioned that we adopted 2 dogs. The first dog he adopted and just brought home without really even telling me about her. He claims that he showed me her pictures and videos. He did not. He told me that he was looking at dogs and that he had one that he was interested in and had picked her, but I did not see anything of this dog until the day that she showed up. Thankfully, she was an incredibly sweet dog, and I immediately fell in love with her. But the problem was, it was his decision, right? And he didn't involve me. Like, the next dog that we got, I picked out, and we went through the adoption process together for that dog. And that dog I really bonded with, because her personality and my personality meshed a lot more than our other dog. I love them both dearly, but like that pup was the one that I felt like I had a say in adopting, and I felt a connection with. That was just a little bit stronger, whereas our other pup definitely was more bonded to him, to the point where like she would wake up in the mornings, jump on me to get across me to get to my ex. Like, she very much like was preferred his company, which is fine. I had my pup as well, right? And like together we were a unit. They both got love. I didn't necessarily love one over the other. Like, that wasn't the case. But yeah, so no for surgery for the dog. And that is really important, because that justification will be important later. So essentially this whole year after I'm finding out that, we can't have kids because we're not ready financially, I'm watching my dog die slowly, which is incredibly traumatic. Like, at this point, I've lost both my mom and my dad, and now I'm watching my dog die a very early death. She was only 5 at the time. So I'm emotionally drained and exhausted at this point, and my partner at the time is not very supportive. He's very much kind of doing his own thing, having his own social life, getting out and going out with friends a lot more, and it's really starting to take a toll on me because COVID was hard for me. So 2020 to 2022, while things were like on lockdown, really triggered a lot of my childhood memories, which is why I say for people who experience COVID and kind of like that pervasive fear of like catching COVID and dying, and you know, that like intenseness of being inside all the time, that was my childhood, right? And so those same kind of fears and worries like came back during that time, and I was just also watching my child die, and so I was just very unhealthy, and I was gaining a lot of weight and just very like distraught emotionally, right? And looking for my partner to be supportive, and my partner was kind of like here, there, everywhere, but here. So yeah, I'll end there, and we'll talk a little bit more about what happened after my pup passed away.